let's start off with the drive-through vaccination sites, which are in Gauteng and right now in full swing over the weekend. And this is part of the province's aim to administer 100,000 vaccines a day. And our reporter, Nkosazana Dabuza, is following that story for us and joins us now for an update. All right, Nkosazana, back at you in Zwartkops. How has been the uptake so far of the drive-through vaccinations?
Well, I am at the first drive-through vaccination site to be opened in Tshwane at the Zwartkops Raceway. And even though the site was only opened yesterday, the turnout has been pretty high. And this, of course, forms part of the Gauteng province's target to reach 100,000 vaccinations per day. But for more on this, I'm joined by Fatima Juma, who is the operations manager at this vaccination site. Thank you so much for your time. You know, your doors only opened yesterday. What has been the number of people coming to vaccinate?
So we've had yesterday, as soon as we opened, our numbers leveled up right till 150. Today, as we speak, we at a number mark of 220 plus. So we are actually in awe as to the amount of people that are coming out and getting vaccinated for the COVID vaccines.
Now, is the site operated entirely by volunteers?
Yes, it is. Entirely by volunteers, and it is a total voluntary space, as you see it behind me. So that's correct, yes.
And what vaccinations are available at the site?
We've got the J&J and we've got the Pfizer vaccination with us at the moment.
I know that at the previous drive-through site that I was at this morning, even those who are under the age of 35 are allowed to vaccinate. Is that happening here as well?
Not at this point just yet, because we are being very strict about government regulations. However, we do urge government to open the age restriction as quick as possible.
And those eligible to vaccinate, do they have to register before arriving on site to get the jab?
If they do register pre-coming through, the process is much faster. But if they do end up just driving by and pop in, then we can register them on site. It takes a further 3 to 4 minutes.
And can you just give us a rough estimate of how long it takes for a vehicle or people who enter to complete the entire process?
Sure. From the moment that they enter our tents, they are taken to a bay, which takes about 15 seconds max. The full completion of a registration together with the vaccine is 5 minutes.
That's very quick, I must say. And then lastly, when are your operating hours?
So we are available from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. We're working in shifts, so it's 9 a.m. to 12, and then we reopen from 1 till 4. And then on Friday, we open right through the day, as well as a Saturday. We're just closing on a Sunday.
Thank you so much. Well, there you have it. As you can see, the cars here are streaming in. They're all trying to get their vaccinations. And this, of course, forms part of the Gauteng province's aim of reaching 100,000 inoculations per day.
Well, since you've been there this morning, Nkosazana, have you seen a quick uptake on the vaccination opportunity? Are more people coming since you've been there this morning?
Well, when I was at the first drive-through vaccination site that I visited, that was in Gauteng, at the Gauteng Mosque there, it was quite a slow turnout for them today. And when I spoke to the operations manager there, he said that it's probably owed to the bad weather today, so a lot of people are trying to stay at home just to keep warm. But there's a significant difference in the turnout of people here in Tshwane at the Zwartkops Raceway. As you can see behind me, let me just step out to just give you a clearer picture. All the bays are completely full. There's a high turnout of numbers. In fact, there are cars that are even lined up all the way from the entrance there, from the highway. So here we are seeing more numbers, more people who are coming in to get the jab.
I guess that's good news then. Thank you very much. And that is ENCA's reporter, Nkosazana Dabuza. Now, residents of Pretoria can now also queue for the COVID-19 vaccination in the comfort of their own vehicles. The city of Tshwane has opened its first drive-through vaccine site. Social activist Yusuf Abramji says the response has been overwhelming.
The response has been fantastic. Yesterday, we started off with 200 people being vaccinated, both with Pfizer and with J&J. The latest count I have in the first 3 hours of this morning, we are now standing at 100 people who've received their jabs. So there's been a constant flow this morning. This particular drive-through setup was done within 4 days after the Premier of Gauteng, David Makura, said that the community of areas west of Tshwane to take up the challenge. I then mobilized the communities, including various NGOs, Laudium Disaster Management, and with the help of Gauteng government and the Gauteng Health Department, we were able to mobilize volunteers, and as you can possibly see in the background, we also have nurses from the Laudium Hospital helping us. We've got doctors, we've got medical students, we've got nurses on Temba, and the feedback has been fantastic. On average, we're trying to move the cars in every 4 or 5 minutes. There has been a queue this morning, but the queues have now quickly moved along. We have about 4 or 5 vaccination bays. And once the people have been screened, we administer the vaccines at the 15-minute waiting period. So overall, I must say that the response has been great. We know there are some reports that men are very slow in getting their jabs, but I must say we've got a fair mix of male and female. In fact, we had a cyclist, the first cyclist coming through the driveway this morning. And this Malawian national was excited to get his jab. And once you've been screened, you then get your jab. And we are lucky that we're giving a choice of both Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer vaccines. The jab is then given, and we, thanks to our sponsors, we're able to give every person a bottle or 2 of water. We give them a sachet of vitamins. And as you can see, it's very well organized. The sisters that are on duty here, for example, from the Laudium Clinic, we live on ENCA, sister. How's the process been so far, if I may ask?
Everything is going so well. The numbers are great. Everyone is coming for the vaccine. We've got a choice for Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer. Everything is going well.
Well, as you can hear on Temba, that's one of our sisters who are doing duty here. In fact, Sister Nancy is in charge of the Laudium Hospital. She's come and help us here. Sister, how's the process going? We live on ENCA.
It's fantastic because people are coming since the morning until now. We have vaccinated about 100 and something patients.